The Ukrainian people have fought for a year and a half for their right to life and independence without an air force or navy. While Ukraine is fighting with old Soviet equipment and weapons that the West has handed over to it, Ukrainian-made weapons are now appearing more and more frequently on the battlefields, including the fantastic Kamikaze boats. The Russian fleet and infrastructure have been damaged significantly over the past few months. This tremendous development changed the course of the Russian-Ukrainian war and partially replaced the Ukrainian Navy. In a few minutes, you'll learn more about the latest products and the consequences of the attacks. A Ukrainian maritime kamikaze drone destroyed the Crimean Bridge, an illegal structure worth $3.7 billion that connects the Russian Federation to the temporarily occupied Crimea once again on June 16 and 17, 2023. The attack caused significant damage to the automobile part of the bridge by the attack, which completely paralyzed one lane of traffic. Until the new year, it will be repaired. The uncrewed vehicles produced by the Ukrainian Security Service, SBU, and the Ukrainian Navy demonstrate the importance of drones in modern warfare. The drones are designed to carry a heavy payload, followed by explosives while sailing in challenging sea conditions. They are ideal for delivering strategic strikes with extreme accuracy due to their ability to cross large swaths of open water with little to no radar detection, making them suitable for strategic strikes. You might wonder what kind of drones they are and where they come from. That is what the Ukrainian military is doing, inflicting strategic strikes on Russian ports. Therefore, at the end of July at the International Arms Exhibition in Turkey, the Ukrainian state enterprise Spetstechnoexport presented its latest development, Marine Autonomous Security Unmanned Robotic Complex, Magura V5. News about the Ukrainian drone took just a few days to reach American channel CNN. CNN drones share many characteristics and appearances with Magura V5. Vasily Malyuk, the director of the SBU, explained that these drones were developed immediately after the large-scale invasion in February 2022. As a result of emergency secrecy, they could develop fully in one of Ukraine's underground industries. Military sources indicate that this drone was quite successful against Russian naval targets, according to military sources. Ukrainian military representatives could not confirm or deny this information. They admit there will be additional drones like Magura. However, Magura means more than just technology. Magura is an acronym for Marine Autonomous Security Unmanned Robotic Vehicles, and the name of the mythological winged daughter of Perun, the Slavic goddess. Magura, like the Ukrainian Valkyrie that inspired its name, is a weapon that protects and boosts fighters in a war. This name is also given to several peaks in the Ukrainian Carpathians and the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, which is currently involved in an offensive operation in southern Ukraine. Although Spetstechnoexport is well known as a significant supplier of Ukrainian weapons, its website mentions the presence of the Center for Unmanned Systems. Public and private manufacturers of unmanned aircraft systems, components, and vehicles fall under this division. Several Magura parameters presented at the exhibition indicate that the craft has a length of 5.5 meters, a width of 1.5 meters, and a height of 0.5 meters above the waterline. 450 nautical miles, 833 kilometers, can be covered by the drone at a speed of 22 knots, 40 kilometers per hour, peaking at 42 knots, almost 78 kilometers per hour. The Magura can deliver around 300 kilograms of explosives as a combat drone. Magura isn't just a combat drone. It does surveillance, reconnaissance, patrolling, search and rescue, mine warfare, fleet guarding, and combat missions. Magura V5 has been meticulously designed using the latest approaches in engineering. The slim shape and hydrodynamic hull allow for stealthy movement. This versatile system can be deployed almost anywhere. It should also be noted that the drone crew is small, only a few people including the operator. However, even though the drone weighs an approximate ton, infrastructure requirements are minimal, as specialized ports are not required. In preliminary data, Megura can be part of a swarm of 3 drones, 2 conventional and 1 equipped with an equipment relay. This relay transmits signals to other marine drones. Thus, Defense Express emphasizes that these kamikaze boats have compact control systems, which ensure their survivability during powerful missile strikes. Military experts emphasize the Megura's impressive operational range and devastating kill capabilities. Captain Andriy Ryzhenko, former Deputy Chief of Staff of the Ukrainian Navy, believes the Megura's 300-kilogram combat load could cause severe damage to a small ship. Considering the situation in the past, practice has shown better results. Several times, Ukrainian drones have attacked the Sevastopol naval base, where the Russian Black Sea Fleet is currently based. However, the Ukrainians changed their tactics later on. Rather than attacking a protected port, why not wait until these ships are at sea to carry out combat missions? Thus, Ivan Kurs was damaged. Several drones sneaked close to the ship on May 25th, according to the video taken by the drone, but then they broke off, which probably means the device exploded. It is currently impossible to accurately assess how badly damaged the ship is, but it has not been seen so far, which is to its advantage since it is now disabled. You're wrong if you think the attack on the Ivan Kurs was the most outstanding achievement of Ukrainian drones. Now we will discuss the attacks whose results can be compared to last year's Moskva cruise loss. Sea drones approached Novosibirsk on August 2nd, which is interesting in 2 ways: its geography and the ship anchored in the bay at the time. Firstly, I would point out that Novorossiysk is far from home. Directions across the sea and its temporarily occupied territory are 350 to 500 kilometers. If you move by sea, that distance is 800 kilometers. Secondly, I would like to point out that there was a huge landing ship called the Olengorsky Miner, belonging to the Russian Northern Fleet at that time. The Russian Ministry of Defense claims the attack was successfully repelled on the way to the bay, but satellite images and eyewitness accounts indicate the opposite. The Russians tried to drag the ship to the port for several hours, and after a few days, they dry docked it. The ship was hit on the port side and listed severely. However, the question arises as to why this specific ship, which doesn't even belong to the Black Sea Fleet, was attacked. In February 2022, it was initially intended to participate in naval exercises and to invade Ukraine in full force. Still, it was withdrawn to a safer location due to the impossibility of landing troops in Ukrainian cities. The same drones that destroyed the Crimean Bridge also destroyed this ship carrying civilian and military cargo. Therefore, it is unsurprising that the Ukrainian military cannot access it. Consequently, the Ukrainians could disable 2 warships without their fleet in less than 3 months. I repeat, without their fleet. It is vital to note that Russia does not have the time or resources to repair these ships, nor the capacity to build replacements. In addition to the irreversible consequences of these attacks, they also have a significant economic impact. As a result of the termination of the grain deal and the recent attacks, the Black Sea has become a dangerous place for navigation, resulting in a significant increase in ship insurance premiums, which is expected to reduce the number of vessels wishing to enter Russian ports. In this case, one of the most significant things is that Western weapons are not restricted in Ukraine. Since the drone is an entirely Ukrainian design, it is not subject to a ban on attacking Russian territories, greatly enhancing its ability to influence the sea. Ukraine has enormous potential, so don't underestimate it. The Ukrainian state, which has consistently shown resilience in the face of adversity, has become one of the more prominent players in maritime drones. These technical marvels represent more than weapons of war. They represent Ukraine's will to maintain its independence, sovereignty, and freedom. Ukraine has proven that even a country with little resources can become a force to be reckoned with using advanced technologies. These drones were born from creativity and necessity and rewritten naval combat rules. In addition, these drones have far-reaching implications for Ukraine's security and military policy. Their advantage is their low price and high efficiency. By developing and manufacturing its own maritime drones, Ukraine is reducing its reliance on foreign suppliers and building a self-sustaining defense technology ecosystem. Ukrainian maritime drones have set a new standard for the application of technology in combat because of their independence, which translates into greater strategic flexibility and resilience. For countries trying to use innovation for their defense needs, they serve as an example. Through its drone program, Ukraine contributes to advancing military capabilities worldwide. The importance of these drones cannot be overstated. As technology changes the nature of warfare, Ukraine's advances in maritime drones serve as a reminder that even tiny countries can make a significant difference. These drones are capable of destroying Russian ships in a matter of seconds. As Ukraine progresses in the modern world, its naval drones serve as a beacon of hope for nations seeking a safe future in the contemporary era.